need to go into your account settings and secure your vanity name.
Oh.
If you don't, when someone searches for you, you know how they have that long list of numbers? That's what you will always be. If you don't secure it, someone else will see you have 1,000 fans or 1,000,000 fans and will be able to secure that name and drive traffic away from your fan page and away from your website. How many people have heard about Facebook's marked up links, which is your FTML? It is an HTML that Facebook has tweaked that only works for Facebook, and you can design your pages to look like your website. So you can now have a store on Facebook. You can capture information on Facebook. You're able to use your fan page to grow that. On the bottom of your Facebook fan page, there is a share button, which will share with all your friends that are in your personal account, instead of saying, won't you please be my fan? Come like my page. Because then they're like, why? This way, it's just, hey, I have this new event happening, check out my fan page, and it's their choice to like, instead of asking, they choose. Then when they share that way, it goes out to all their friends and family. It becomes a viral marketing tool instead of a pull tool where you're pulling people to you instead of letting them push in. Okay? So just a few things you need to know about your page. I like to talk about Web 2.0. Does anybody know what Web 2.0 is? What's Web 2.0?
It's interactive, it's social.
It's all your social media, it's your YouTube, it's all your blogs. It is certain websites now that have blogs on them, that you have your web bar where you can direct people to your Twitter, where you can direct them to your RSS feed, which are real secure feeds. It is your past newsletters. It's an archive that people can subscribe to or use to put on their website, which then gives you credit and drives more business to yours. The web is a tool to drive traffic, the way you would do direct mail, or the way you would have had someone do cold calls, or the way you would have done any marketing piece that was tangible that you handed to someone. There is a copy of that to use on the internet. Why you want that for your business is, one, it's inexpensive. Two, at any given time, if you're even just using Facebook, there's 500,000 people on Facebook at any given time. The average age of the Facebook user did come down from 43 to 38. But it is a phenomenal tool, even at that age, because you're still dealing with mostly professional working age people that buy products and services. The demographic from 13 to 18 has dropped significantly on that. They're going to Yearbook, which is another social media site. So if that's your demographic, you need to switch marketing tools. Having a social media mindset, it is a relationship. The people that are in the Generation X are building relationships online. The way the baby boomers did it face to face, the Generation Xers are doing it online. How many people text here more than they talk on the phone? How many people IM more than they talk on the phone? How many people send a message via email or via some type of chat online more than they would pick up the phone or have a meeting face to face? 1, 2, 3. So you're looking at your Generation Xers. Generation Y are going to even be more significantly into technological advancements instead of face-to-face conversation. If this is the demographic that will be buying homes, buying product, buying services, you need to be communicating the way they communicate. Otherwise, your business will not grow. If you're not using these tools, you're not going to be able to drive traffic to your doors in a large number. A significant study by the Yellow Pages was done. They were trying to compete with just an online advertisement, someone buying AdSense, which is either Google or Yahoo or Dogpile, where they would run an ad, and you either pay per per image, so whenever time your image comes up, or per click. So there's a couple different ways to advertise. They found out that only 13% of the United States population picks up a phone book and uses it. Typically, 10% of them are traveling. So they're going to use it at a hotel, or they're going to use it at a motel, but they don't use it in their own home. So if you have a Yellow Page ad, it's great for brand awareness, but if you're expecting to give you traffic, it's not going to do that. So look at where you're spending your advertising dollars. With social media, it is a relationship, so you're going to be listening and then talking. Just as you would be having a relationship with a person face to face, you want to be doing the same thing. These are some social medias. Are you using all of them? Social media is not one dimension. You cannot just have a Facebook and expect it to drive traffic to your website. You cannot just have a Twitter and expect it to drive traffic to your website. You cannot have a Fast Pitch or a LinkedIn or a Plaxo or a Hootsuite or a Sizeman or a Yap or a Foursquare and expect them to drive traffic to your website. You need multiple because you're hitting different demographics with each social media. There are now 10,324 social media avenues that are over 1 million users out there. These are people that are actively looking for wine or looking for ways to fix back pain, looking for ways to fix something or help something in their lives. So understanding where to go to better your business and join those social medias helps you grow your business. I was hoping to have information about locally how many people are blogging and using social media, but I hadn't gotten that number back. So many on Google. But these are other ways that you can use microblogging. These are great ways to push traffic to your website. Social media bookmarking, does anybody know Dig and Stumble Upon? These are ways that you can, and Squidoo, these are ways that you can have little advertisements that are one web page big. And anytime you have a web page, it pushes you in the Google search engines and helps with your analytics. Your Facebook is a web page. So when you do your fan page welcome page is one web page. Your discussion page is one web page. If you do a blog on Facebook, which you can do, it's only 444 characters in any given space, is another web page. These are things that help promote your business. At the end of them, you have links to link them back to your web page. Do you know how to link people when you're on Facebook for giving them credit for something or hyperlinking to their page?
I finally figured that out.
It's the @ symbol in their name. So when you type in your status, what you're doing, if you say, I'm at B&I Southwest Florida, it'll put a hyperlink to the B&I Southwest Florida page.
Is it only if you're friends at that page?
Mm-mm.
It's if
Any
they have
page.
Facebook at all.
If they have Facebook at all, it will give a hyperlink to that page. So these are ways that you can grow your business. And these are tools that if you learn to use, you can do it for free, or you can have someone like myself and my company manage it for you or train you to do it. These are other tools, audio podcasts. An audio podcast is like doing your own radio show. There are free radio talk shows. You put yours up, you have a link on your Facebook, you have a link on your Twitter, you have a link on your website, and all of a sudden in 2 weeks you're probably about 400 fans without doing any more than that. If you talk to other people and start sharing that information instead of inviting, your numbers triple and quadruple and constantly keep doing that when you use the correct tools. You can also do a TV show. So these are your choices on ways that you can go and grow your business, not using more than an hour of your